Hey, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading, and I'm using the Light Seer's Tarot for this week's reading. So a couple things I want to mention before we get into this week's reading is that I have just opened registration. Well, a few days ago, I opened registration on my upcoming tarot course. It's called the Daily Tarot Girl's Guide to Intuitive Reading. It's a 4-week course. And if you're interested in signing up, I'll put the link below this video. But I'm actually doing a scholarship contest on my blog over the weekend. So if you're interested in winning a scholarship for my course, I'm going to put the details and the link for doing that just below this video. So the scholarship contest involves this reading. So there's like a little exercise that I have on my blog if you want to enter to win a scholarship, and it involves this reading, and it's over on my blog, and I'll put the link to that below this video. So let's begin with the first card. The first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. So I'm just going to zoom in here. All right, so we have Strength. Strength is a major arcana card, and this is the card that we have to start the week off, so Monday and Tuesday. So this is a very powerful, strong way to enter the week. A couple things are standing out to me. 3 things, actually. So the first thing is the tattoo on her forearm, and it is a tattoo of a figure 8 symbol. And it makes me think, draw the symbol with your fingertip in the air right now. There's this sort of looping and doubling back. There's this flow, and it's almost like this is how energy moves. There's a flow and a repetition and a doubling back and a looping. And when I do that movement with my fingertip, the phrase, go with the flow. You are most strong and most powerful when you let go and go with the flow. Instead of trying to fight against something, instead of trying to push against energy, go with the flow. So that's what I get when I look at that particular symbol. The other symbol I notice is that the woman on this card is half girl, half lion. And to me, that is a symbol of the fact that we are not just as we appear. We are not just these domesticated human beings. We also have a wild side. There's also part of us that is animalistic, it's instinctual, it's untamable, it's wild. We all have that within us. And so strength can be about recognizing that within yourself and honoring your instincts, honoring your wild self. The third symbol I notice on this card is the heart-shaped locket that she's wearing. And interestingly, it's resting kind of below her heart chakra, instead in her kind of solar plexus chakra, which is a chakra I associate with willpower and action and following through on things. And it's interesting, these 2 symbols. It's almost like any actions you take this week, you want to be aligned with your heart center. You want to be in your heart. So that heart-shaped locket, I think, is about finding strength and power while maintaining your connection to your heart. Because sometimes I think we have this idea of being strong, that we think of it as being a certain way, like being tough. Or being aggressive. And this card really turns all those stereotypes that we might have about strength and what it means to be strong. It turns all those stereotypes on its head. So I think that the message here is to be centered within your heart, to really connect with your compassion and your ability to feel and to empathize as well as your wild self, your instinctual self, and to really go with the flow here. Okay, let's have a look at the second card. I feel like I talked for a long time about that one card. Okay, so for the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday-ish, we have Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the woman in strength she exudes a certain queenly kind of confidence. And I feel like that is just replicated again with the Queen of Pentacles. She has a similar kind of energy. She is relaxed and soft, yet confident and powerful. There's a certain peace about this Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles knows how to take care of herself. She is an excellent organizer especially when it comes to like finances and business and work. She knows how to get things done. She knows how to organize things. She has this really grounding effect on us this week. So the middle of the week is a good time to ground your energy. The beginning of the week was a good time to tap into your inner strengths. And I think also a good time to be assertive, not aggressive, and to really stand your ground, but at the same time be able to let go and kind of go with the flow. And then as we move into the middle of the week with the Queen of Pentacles, she's saying, make sure you really ground your energy, connect to the here and now, connect to this moment and reality and physical reality and what you're surrounded by. And the advice she has for you is like, eat right, eat healthy foods that are going to sustain you. Take care of yourself, get enough rest. If you need extra rest, you may need extra downtime this week. You may need to allow yourself more time to sleep or to rest than usual. She's really kind of advocating to really make sure you don't neglect the basics this week. The basics being, getting enough rest, getting enough exercise, getting outside, getting some fresh air, eating right, maintaining, being organized, having a schedule, doing what needs to be done. She's kind of all about that. So let's see what the weekend card is. So by the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the Hermit. Okay, this is one of my favorite cards. I'm excited to see this card here. All right, so we have the Hermit. Now, what's interesting is the Hermit is another major arcana card, and it's number 9. So it actually follows Strength. Strength is number 8. All right, let's talk about the Hermit. There's a certain kind of wisdom with this card. So the Hermit is about honoring your own inner wisdom. So this is about not searching for answers or guidance or wisdom outside of yourself. There's a time for doing that, and it's not this weekend. This weekend is about focusing inward and getting in touch with your own innate inner wisdom. Kind of similar to what I said, well, not really, but I kind of touched on this with the Strength card and about how she's half woman, half lion, and that lion is like the wild side. This is your instincts, your intuition. And the Hermit is also kind of about, connecting with your intuition, but it's more about journeying inward and quieting the mind and kind of withdrawing a little bit from the noise and the drama and the excitement of the world around you. So kind of sequestering yourself for, maybe just a day, maybe longer, maybe a couple of days if you can. Or if you don't have that kind of time, maybe even just taking 30 minutes to an hour in the evenings to meditate or something like that. But the message of the Hermit is that you will be amazed by what you find when you take the time to journey inwards and to quiet your mind. And you're not going to have an amazing experience necessarily the first time you do this, but with dedication and practice, and I think that that's what this stairway kind of represents. You know, each step is like a step on the path, and it's a long path and it's kind of windy and it's going upward, but very gradually. And I think that's about being patient with yourself, having a dedicated, maybe a meditation practice, something like that. But the Hermit, it's interesting that this is the card for the weekend, because it's like, you don't want to plan a super busy weekend or have a really wild, rowdy weekend necessarily. And if that's unavoidable, if you've already made plans, make sure that you take a little bit of time for yourself this weekend to journey inward. All right, so I'm going to zoom out here and look at all three cards together and see if there's anything else that I'm noticing here. And I invite you to do the same. We can do this together. I feel like I've covered everything. I feel like there is this, what's interesting is the Queen of Pentacles, I talked about grounding. And then when we get to the Hermit, look, she's not grounded. She is levitating. She's actually floating. And so it's almost like in order to get the spiritual highs, you first have to ground yourself in the here and now. You first have to be present to what is and really connect to that earth energy in order to lift off, in order to kind of rise up and have those spiritual highs. All right. Interesting week, I think. These are all strong cards too, like Strength, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit. Strength is a particularly strong card. Queen of Pentacles, she's more organized and efficient and grounded. And the Hermit is strong, but in a different kind of way, in like a wise kind of inner guru sort of way. So I think that this is going to be a week for some self-development, amongst other things, but it looks like a really interesting week. So again, I'm doing a scholarship contest on my blog. So in order to enter the scholarship, what I ask is that you look at these three cards and basically kind of give me your interpretation, but don't do it in the comments below. You want to head on over to my blog and read the guidelines. Read the instructions. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.